Hello to the whole entire world. How are you doing? I am doing fantastic. It's your boy Ace Boogie Really Does It. You might remember me from morning and midday motivations, just playing with you. But thank you to all the subscribers, anybody that views those. Thank you so much for your support as I do that all for you. Again, like I always say, that is my gift from me to you, just for all the love and support that I get from everybody that I come across, even the people that I haven't met yet. So this video, as it's in a different shape, this one will go onto the Passion Project, September 2nd, 2023. So this marks my 1 year of sobriety. And we made it. So, I mean, that's all that matters. Man, it's crazy though. It's so many emotions going on. It's like literally a year ago, I was carted out of my living room by the paramedics and took to the ER from a psychotic break, overdose, which was part of my plan. I was always self-destructive and didn't want to live anymore, and then I was presented with the question, do you want help? And I said yes to that. So from the ER, then I went to like a behavioral and health or mental institution for a week. And from there went to treatment. And that was the start of my journey. It's weird because like I have like 2 years going right now. I have the fiscal year of 2023. And then I have my year of sobriety. I mean, they're pretty aligned, I mean, we don't plan this stuff and, the universe works in mysterious ways. But that being said, it's like living like two different lives, right? There's like regular life, and that's your January to December, and then what's going to go through that. And then there's like, and then there's your like sober year, and that's like, man, it runs different for sure. They do not run the same pace. And looking back on my sober year, it has been a lot. It's been crazy interesting. So much has happened. I mean, my perception on everything that's happened is like, it's all bad, doom and gloom. But again, the important part is I've managed to stay sober this long and are fighting a good fight and are going to continue. But the craziest thing is like, I was so energized getting out of treatment, and I just had a whole new outlook on life, and I hit the ground running. And then it was like probably in like month 4, things started to kind of unravel, just not like my sobriety, but like just how life was going, and I remember many nights where I sat up and I prayed and I wished upon a star and I asked the universe. I asked it a bunch of things, I was like, it related to work. I was like, I need to quit my job, realizing that I wasn't strong enough to do it myself, the beautiful woman that I'm with, who we're having our baby this month later, wished upon her and, that would bring our households together and become a unit and just all kinds of stuff. And in a weird way, in the last sober year, I have gotten everything that I have asked and prayed for. And that probably sounds like, oh, that's a wonderful thing. And it is a wonderful thing. But the flip side is it's how it all came about. And it's crazy because like, I feel like I've just been stripped of everything. And like, now it's like, I'm really surrendering to, the things that I can't control, which is fine, because I'm sober and I'm better for it. But it's like, it comes back to be careful what you wish for, be careful what you ask for. That couldn't be any more true. So, I'm not getting into beliefs or whatever, but, the universe operates, God operates, fate operates. Like, I mean, there is mechanics up there or around you that are operating just because you can't see it, hear it, feel it, or smell it. We are all connected, by frequency and stardust, as I say. So, it's been a trip. This is the first time, like, in my life where, like, I haven't been able to see my future. I've always had an idea. Like, no, I can't tell you your future, but, just through logic, I was always able to kind of like be like, okay, in the next year or the next few months, I'll be here. I'd always had an idea. Like, there was some kind of clarity and confidence, that I knew I was going to land, or I knew where I was going to be at, or I knew what was going to happen. Bad or good, not just for the good. A matter of fact, I'm like cursed because for some reason, I'm really good at predicting bad things, and maybe because I'm manifesting it myself by thinking that, but regardless, I'm like really good at that. But either way, though, I was always able to kind of see, my future. And for about 6 months now, it is so blank, and that is absolutely terrifying to me, because it's like, it's taking a blind leap of faith, versus like, if I jump off this cliff, there's like a trampoline or a cushion beneath there. That, right? You could see that. But like, I'm like operating, blindly, and I'm really at the mercy of time. Which brings me to another thing. I know it's so cliche, whether you're fighting with addiction or not, or you suffer from that disease, one day at a time sounds so corny to me. And it sounds so cliche. I know we've all heard it, regardless of, if you're dealing with anything or not dealing with anything. But now living it really, truly is one day at a time. That couldn't be the most truest saying, like, ever. Like, it's crazy, and I mean, what I've now determined is, like, take it one day at a time. Literally, it's just like, you know what? You don't look to the future. Don't get ahead of yourself. You stay and deal with the things that are in front of you. You just take it one day at a time, one step at a time, whatever. That is very true. I just laugh because all through treatment and even years before that, like, every time I heard that, I just thought that was like the corniest thing. And I don't know why. It doesn't like even sound corny. It kind of has like a good flow and all that good stuff. But I just thought it was super funny. And it turns out that is like the realest saying ever. So, for anybody out there that's, on a similar journey, what I'm saying, or regardless, like, it really is one day at a time. Pace yourself, only focus on the things that you can control and what's in front of you right now. And that, I've found that now to be very true. That being said, it's still hard not to, try to look or peek into the next day or the days to come or whatever, so what's happening right now? Oh my God. So baby coming September 20th. As a boy, for those that don't know, Ezekiel Alexander Mullins is his name. And I'm so excited. I have two other boys already, Elijah and Malachi, 14 and 16. They're about to be 15 and 17 soon. And I've never been more excited to have a baby before. I mean, I was also 19 when I had my first kid, you know what I'm saying? So things were different back then, and I love my children, don't get it twisted. But babies having babies, how excited can you be for that? So I am moving out of King County. So I've been born and raised here. I've literally migrated 7 miles from my birthplace to where I'm at now. So at 37, I've spent 37 years of my life in a general area, and I will be moving out of King County, which is a trip, and it's, something I'm really struggling with, because for 37 years, this is what I've known, and I will be living outside of King County, still staying in Washington, but that's a trip, like, I mean, how do how do you really process that? So, and that's going to come with time, you know what I'm saying? So we got that. Still unemployed, still fighting unemployment, but I did accept an offer letter, working alongside of immigration and things like that. So a lot of background checking. If everything goes accordingly, my start date would be December 1st. So hopefully that all does work out. Everything checks out. I'm really hoping for this. It sounds like a good opportunity to work with people on a social level and kind of get out of like the manual labor. It is definitely night and day from dealing with chemicals, which I've done for 12 and a half years. But, I like the environmental work. I always have. But with how my life has turned and just with age, and then also like I liked it, but I didn't love it. I've done some job assessments, and I've been told through half my life that like I should be working with people. So this is that opportunity. And, while life is completely changing for me, why not keep it going? So, there's that. I know the last time that I talked to you guys and girls, my buddy Jake that was running meetings, he had stopped. So I didn't go to meetings for maybe like 3 months. And that's another thing I'm going to tell you. If you're taking this path, if you're on this journey, meetings are so important. And we hear that if you went to treatment or anything, but it's said to us as like, it's important if you want to remain sober. Now, I've been lucky thus far, like through this year in sobriety, I've only had like literally like 3 urges to use out of a 365-day year. So I think I'm very fortunate for that. That part wasn't as prevalent for me, but where I didn't realize and what they don't really speak on is needing the meetings is that like just keeps you going, not just for your sobriety, but for your sanity. So the last 3 months have been very tough. I mean, my whole world has changed, and I felt like it was the end of the world, and it collapsed on me. And I had to look at like I'm now dealing with all my emotions being sober, and I haven't been sober for like I hadn't had been sober for over 25 years. So all of this is new, so to just sit in it in my head and deal with it is like super overwhelming. But the best thing I recently did for myself was get back into meetings. So I was doing 2-a-days, and I mean, I felt rejuvenated. I felt reassured and reminded, and it was a good reset. But I would tell anybody, that's going through, again, their journey or their path, or, go jump into meetings, like straight up, like even if you're not using and you're not going to meetings, like it will keep the fuel in your tank though. Like it will keep the energy up. It'll keep your hope alive, and it will just like upfill you with positivity, and that's what we all need. So yeah, I feel like after a year in recovery, like if you watch these videos, like I'm like, this is the start of my journey. I lied, and not on purpose, because I didn't know. I feel like my journey is actually now just starting. So what was the last year in recovery? It was preparation. It's like showing up for your track meet, and you're stretching for like an hour, and you haven't even began the race yet. And, I know like 1 year is a big achievement, but, for me, this is going to be the rest of my life. And in the blink of an eye, in this, that's in the span of a lifetime, that's just the blink of an eye. So, but I was just caught off guard, because it's like, you get excited, you know what I'm saying? And you have all this energy, and then life happens, and then you're like, whoa, like that wasn't even the beginning, So now I feel like this is truly the start of the journey. And the first year was just preparation, getting ready to finally run the race. So yeah, a lot of things change, a lot of changes, everything's different. I did kick the Latuda. And I think I said that in the last video, the last extended video I laid on the passion project. Is that better? I don't know. I kicked it because for the word of the day and then just the creativity side, I felt like it was hampering or hindering me from, being creative to my full potential. And to me, it's like 40 dropped the drugs and alcohol, right? So I needed, to keep something. I've always been, creative, like ever since I was a little kid. Like that is very much instilled in me, and I just thought it was playing with that. So definitely being off of it, I feel more creative. I get creative urges to be creative, which is wonderful. But then the flip side is like I'm left, with my sober thoughts and my mental illness. And so that's tough. But I think internally I feel better without it because I can rap or write or create my way, into a better place whenever I'm feeling down. Now the problem or the battle with that is, getting the motivation to do that, because, not every day we feel like doing the things that we love or that we're passionate about, but I'm still off it. I think it was the best move. When I get back on my feet, I will get back into therapy and psychiatry and maybe, play around with some different meds. But right now, I think the best thing for me is to just, totally be clean. No mind altering anything is not prescription, not, what I'm saying? So definitely very dried out. But, I'll usually keep these videos on the passion project pretty short. So areas of message to yourself. Congratulations, you did it. You got to stay positive, stay hopeful. Everything is going to be okay. And I will see you next year in a better place. Now, for the audience, I will definitely continue to document this. I'll probably make more of these more consistently. There's still a playlist under construction. It's pushing P for positivity. I've been writing on that. Just things are so chaotic right now, so bear with me. But we're definitely gonna expand the channel, you know what I'm saying, and definitely give more updates. It's just, sometimes it's really hard for me to do this. Plus, like, I'm always in commute up and down the I-5 corridor. It's crazy. So, but we're going to work it out, and, time has a plan. So anyways, I usually keep these videos about 15 to 20 minutes. Congratulations, Arius. She did it 1 year and many more to come. Again, I want to personally thank everybody that's in my circle, everybody that's in my corner, anybody that takes a second just to click on the thumbnail or see what's going on. Thank you all so much. Really, I do it for you over myself because I could care less about myself. We're working on that part, but that's the truth. But you guys are all my inspiration and my motivation. So thank you, and I love you all dearly. Peace, love, and happiness, just like the morning and midday motivations. And anybody that's seen this, go to morning and midday motivations. Go watch those. The plan for that is to give you 365 words. That is a year's worth. I just did 201 yesterday, which was Friday. So there's still a lot to go. But I always love the comments, or the likes that gives me the motivation to keep on going. So, keep hitting that like and subscribe button. Again, I appreciate and love everybody in the world. Let's be kind to each other, and just know that no matter what you're going through, you are not alone. I promise you. You just got to be the one that wants better for yourself. So I'll leave it there. Everybody enjoy their Labor Day weekend. Man, it's crazy, but let's go ahead and jump into the world. All right, I'll see y'all later.